what's going on. It's a vlog. I know I haven't done a vlog in so long. I promised I would do vlogs when there was something special happening or something I really wanted to share. And seeing as May is AAPI month, Asian American Pacific Islander month, I wanted to do a vlog sharing my experiences as a part Asian woman, a part Japanese woman. And I wanted to answer some questions that you guys frequently ask me and some things that I think were really good discussion topics. We're also going to be talking a little bit about my heritage today, some of what it was like growing up in a mixed race household and everything that entailed. I'm also going to be taking you guys along to the grocery store with me because I'm making my favorite Japanese meal, also my favorite Japanese meal to actually cook. So I will show you guys that and everything of the sort. We're getting into all the things, but I really wanted to do this video for Asian American Pacific Islander month this month because it's obvious that I'm Black and a lot has been going on in the world for the past few years surrounding Black lives and issues that affect Black people. But I also wanted to bring some awareness to some issues that affect Asian Americans, things that my family has had to deal with, some stories. We're going to get into all the things, but I just felt like it was important to do this video this month. And also you guys get to learn a little bit more about me. So let's go to the grocery store because I don't have anything that I need to make my favorite Japanese meal, which I'll share in a bit. Let's go. Okay, guys, I have my food. Oh, Chloe, you want to come up here? Do you guys miss the olden days? The people want to see you, baby. They don't ever get to. Oh, you want to be up here with the Katsudon. Say hi. Say hi, YouTube family. Okay, sit in the chair. So guys, I have my meal. I have my questions. I asked you guys on Instagram to submit questions so I can do a Q&A, just so we can have a little mukbang chit chat session. So I'm gonna try not to mess up this beautiful silk kimono. This is why I'm so excited to do this video. Traditions and family and things like this mean so much to me. I'm wearing a traditional silk, probably hand-stitched kimono straight from Japan. My grandmother, or bachan as we call her, brought this back from Japan. At the time, she brought it for my mother. I'm gonna show you guys a video of myself wearing it. I mean, I just feel so connected to my family. I just feel amazing. I think this is also why I love kaftans, because, I mean, darling, you can't tell me anything. I just feel so amazing. So I wanted to come in my traditional garb and eat my traditional meal. I wanted to answer some of the questions you guys asked me. But first, let's take a bite of food. You all, Katsudon is one of my favorite meals. I always remember my grandmother making this when we went to visit. Oh my gosh, it's so good. Let me take a few bites because I'm hungry. So I hope you guys actually make this meal if you enjoy a soy sauce type of reduction or broth. They have pork katsu, chicken katsu. You can do a vegetable katsu. So if you don't eat pork, don't worry. You can definitely eat this with other types of meats. Okay, so let's get to these questions. First question, favorite traditions or customs? I would have to say my favorite tradition is probably eating Japanese food on Christmas and New Year's Eve. My bachan's birthday was actually Christmas Day, so we usually have Japanese food either on Christmas Eve or on Christmas Day. And that brings me to another one of like our family's traditions. Without showing you guys like a tour of my home, I do want to share some of the pieces in the dining room. Now we have Asian culture sprinkled all throughout our home, in the office, in the guest room, in the bedrooms, the basement, everywhere, but specifically in the dining room, there's a picture, an oil painting of my bachan, which is grandmother in Japanese. My father got this painting made for my mom, I think well over a decade ago. She was still alive at this point, and she's actually wearing a kimono. I want to say she was maybe 14 or so in the picture, and my dad took it from an actual photograph and he got someone to make an oil painting of it. So one of the traditions or customs for my family, at least, we are very family oriented. So we have pictures of family just all over the home just to pay homage to our ancestors, because at this point my bachan is deceased. Different types of paintings and artwork. All the furniture in this dining room is either from Japan or Japanese style furniture. This dining room table that I'm eating at came straight from Japan. It's an antique at this point. The china cabinet behind me, I mean, I could go on and on, but I just want to share some special things with you guys. And so, yeah, paintings and the meals, a lot of the things that we do that pertain to my Japanese culture have to do with photographs, holidays, and meals, because that's a lot of the times how we celebrate different traditions and customs. Which one of your parents is Japanese? My mother is half Japanese, so I am a quarter Japanese. Y'all, I just feel so connected to my roots in this. I believe this is called an obi. It's a really thick material. Feels kind of like a corset. I just feel like so amazing. Like, I wanted to do this video because I wanted to share a little bit of my heritage with you all, but I don't know. I have so much pride in both sides of my culture, but specifically my Asian ancestry, because it's different. It's something that I've gotten more into the older I've gotten, and moments like this make me feel so connected to my culture, even though like I've never been to Japan. Hopefully though. Okay, next question. Have you all ever experienced any racism? Not me. Clearly I look black. I think my mother is racially ambiguous. I don't know if my mom's side of the family, or my mother specifically, has dealt with racism per se. But I do know, like, as a child coming up, I saw people mimic Asian culture by like squinting their eyes, or, you know, the people use that they might not realize are disrespectful. Most of that just comes from ignorance, literally not knowing or understanding a particular culture. So I don't really, people are gonna be people, okay? Someone asked, can I speak Japanese? No. I can count to 10. Ichi, ni, san, shi. I forgot. Go. Okay, maybe I can only count to 5. I feel like I know 10. And that's one of the things I do want to do. I recently found a book of how to learn to speak Japanese. I definitely want to learn to speak Japanese so that I can go to Japan one day. I can speak, you know, regular greetings, sayonara, domo arigato. Yeah, I know a few words, but not too many. I'm not fluent. I'm more fluent in Spanish than I am in my Japan culture. The next question, any plans to visit Japan and see your family? Yes, hopefully one day. You know, before the Porsche Panamera, I thought I'd be going, but then, you know, with everything going on in the world, I'm not even comfortable getting on a plane. I definitely want to make it to Japan one day. I know I have cousins that are my age. One day, hopefully within this decade. Favorite Asian foods to make? Katsudon. Definitely my favorite. The only other Japanese food I make, like small side dishes and appetizers, but as far as a full complete meal, it would definitely be pork katsudon. And it's because we only eat this on special occasions. So I made this now literally for this video so I could share this with you all. Someone said, any major differences between your African American side of the family and your Asian side? Lots of differences. I think the biggest difference is that Eastern cultures overall, Asian cultures, tend to be very reserved. They tend to not display a lot of emotion. They are, I think, more introverted just overall. Very, just the total opposite of my Black side of the family. Not to say that like my Asian family is quiet and my Black family is loud. There are just differences in how each group expresses themselves. Also, like my Asian side of the family is very understated, but I enjoy that. I don't really think I'm an understated person too much, but yeah, I think the major difference is how each side express emotion and yeah, just being extroverted versus introverted. From my mom's side of the family, I've definitely learned to be very frugal when it comes to certain things. I don't think they would mind me sharing. My mother grew up very poor, but they didn't know it because they didn't want for much and they lived a kind of a wabi-sabi life. But I can appreciate the simplicity and the understatedness that they tend to exude. I like that. Someone asked, how do you manage when it seems sometimes you have to pick a side for racial justice? I have a Filipina friend and she often feels torn to pick a side, so to say, because she can feel abandoned by the Black community or feels that she is alone. And that was interesting. I don't ever feel like I have to pick a side per se. This is just from my experience and observations, in my opinion. I think before the Porsche Panamera, there was a bigger need for social justice for African Americans. We know our history with this country. I think because of the Porsche Panamera, things have kind of shifted somewhat with the Asian hate and everything concerning that. But I never feel like I have to pick a side. I'm always going to push for equal rights for everyone. Not only equal rights, equity. So I don't feel torn, but I do think that people look at me and only see me being Black, obviously because I look Black. When I speak out against or in support of certain issues that affect Asian communities, people are like, why? So I've dealt with kind of that, but at the end of the day, it's my life and it's my truth and I'm gonna go hard for what I believe in, period. I wish you guys could taste it, it's so good. If y'all have never had Katsudon, please go to a Japanese restaurant and taste it. It's so good. Someone asked, do you identify more with one culture over the other? I would say definitely my Black side, Black culture, just because I'm mostly Black. I'm mostly around Black people. I know more of my Black family, and so I definitely identify more as being Black. If you were to ask me what my race is, I'm gonna say Black. Now that's not to say that I'm neglecting my Asian heritage, because obviously it's a big part of who I am. But I definitely more so identify with being Black. But I think that's just because of where I live, who I'm around, and the fact that I'm not really immersed in Asian culture like I am Black culture. But I don't think anything's wrong with that. Aw, someone said, love you and all your heritage. That was Benita. Thank you, Benita. Let me see if I missed any questions. Oh, someone asked, where are you from? I think she's asking like what my heritage is. I'm a quarter Japanese and 3/4 African American or Black. Coco McQueen asked, what's your favorite Japanese dish to cook? Katsudon. It's just such a hearty meal, and there are not a lot of foods that I feel are comfort foods to me, because that would probably be pizza, but this is definitely like a comfort meal. I love it. It feels kind of blasphemous to like in my head listen to trap music while I'm wearing this kimono. Oh well, that's the beauty of being from two different cultures. You can embrace them both, period. So yeah, guys, those were all the questions that I was asked. I hope this video was fun. I hope you were able to learn a little more about me. I really just wanted to do it to share some unique things about my background and maybe give you guys another perspective as to the person I am. My Japanese culture didn't have the biggest impact on like me growing up. You know, the culture in itself just shaped how my mother grew up and in turn how she raised me. My parents are definitely very different in so many ways. And I think that's okay. And I think the world is moving towards being a lot more inclusive and accepting of mixed race couples and families. And so I think videos like this are important. I can show love for my Black side, which I'm always going to do. And I can also show it for my Japanese side. And it especially was so fun being able to share some traditional garb with you all, some of the artwork and furniture pieces in my house. Also, like, you guys know that I have an affinity for really nice china. It's because in Japanese culture, like the art of tea and tea ceremonies are such a huge thing. So I grew up with my mother drinking tea all throughout the day. She loves it. Now, I'm not necessarily a tea drinker, but I love teacups. I love fine china. It's just, I don't know. I just love it. It's beautiful. And so this was fun getting to share a little bit of that with you guys. I am tired now. This is like a heavy meal for me, but it was oh so good. Let me know if you guys have any comments or questions down below. I hope this video gave you a different perspective on maybe some of your Asian American and Pacific Islander friends that you may have, or people in your life, maybe family as well. But the biggest takeaway of this is just, I want people to be able to embrace themselves, their cultures, who they truly are. You don't have to be like everyone else. It's okay. Love yourself, love on you, be happy and be well. I love you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye. You want to say bye? You want to say bye, Master? Say bye. You don't want to say bye? Bye, guys. Chloe, that's not nice. That is not nice. Lord.